Big discussion about Connor Zary.
Really?
We talked about it a while ago. It might have spurred those
They were
conversations.
listening.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like, hey, deal's up at the end of the year. Guy's been phenomenal despite not playing a ton of games. What is he at? Like just around 70 NHL games?
Yeah.
So what do you do with Connor Zary this offseason? Because you can obviously bridge a guy at low money and find out more about what he is. You could also commit long-term and pay him bigger dollars and hope that you have a huge bargain down the road.
Trade his ass.
Trade his ass.
No.
I wouldn't trade his ass either.
No.
Okay.
Rat.
It's just another option.
And so Bobby Germany, our boy at FlamesNation.ca, is mulling over some of these deals that have been given to players of similar age and
ilk.
Maybe not quite similar ilk, but a little bit, I would say, more offensively gifted. Cole Caulfield, for example, 8 times 7.85.
Oh,
a lot of money.
Seem like a discount.
Seth Jarvis, 8 times 7.42. Dylan Cousins, 7 times 7.1. Dylan Gunther just extended 8 times 7.14. All four of those comps similar in age, and I would suggest higher offensive ceilings
At this
sure.
point, yeah.
But you don't want to discount what Zary could be. Are you okay going 8 times 7 on Connor Zary? Is that insane? Too much risk, not enough reward?
I don't think you have to go that high.
I don't think you do either. Bobby Germany was saying 7 to 7.5. I think it's too much, boys.
I feel like, though, if I was the agent,
You'd
I
be
would
asking
probably
for
look
that.
at
Those guys exactly.
Let's look at the last 20 games and let's look at some numbers, because I would guess that the last 20 are much better than the first 20 for Connor Zary, and say that's right in that mix with the Dylan Gunthers and Seth Jarvises of the world.
So what's the number he said, Bob?
Bob's saying 7 to 7.5 a year.
Man, I would jump all over at 6.5.
I agree. My do not Pasco, do not collect $200 number is I can't do sevens. And if you can really get into a lower 6, you're going to love it.
6.6.
But here's the thing. We've seen the
number
Blair Joneses and Michael Furlans of the world put up great statistical seasons on the backland line and not really live up to said production late. Careful.
Poor Blair Joe. What are you saying?
Not Blair Jones. Who was I think? David Jones. Thank you. David Jones.
The Craig, Saskatchewan native Blair Jones?
David Jones. Sorry. I have Blair Jones's hockey pants, believe it or not, but it was David Jones.
I like Rod the Bud.
They're too big for me. They're XLs. Cheap.
David Jones or Blair Jones?
Yeah, I don't know who the hell you're talking about, but whatever. I think Zary's going to be a hell of a player. I'd like to take him. I would want to sign him long term. I don't know what the number is.
Yeah, and
I've not done the research yet, Dean.
Flip it.
I'm going to ask AI.
Just let me ask. So flip it.
Yep.
What is the ceiling? If you held off for a little bit, are you in danger of having to pay him 9.5? Is he going to be a 40?
I just think there's so little games played, and he has come so far in such a short amount of time.
It's talented.
Now, so if you're telling me he could be a top 2 center in the NHL, you're gonna pay him a lot more than that. But if you're telling me he's gonna be a great third line winger, it's like, well, that's a huge gap, right? So what is he worth?
Because I get the Flames perspective. Let's sign him now and as cheaply as possible.
Yeah.
What about the player? What is the agent?
At what number you're like, yeah, we might be leaving some on the table, but we are set for life.
Yeah.
Is it?
I don't know. I'm going to want 7, guys, if I'm Zary.
Of course you are.
If I'm hearing all those numbers and we're up in the 8s. And
you know what? And maybe if
I need
7's all right.
And here's the other thing to think about. Do you have any wingers coming up in the system? Because you best believe I need to know that guy can play center ice if he's going to get that. Because I've got the Griddens and the Bashes and, Coronat. There's a lot of guys that could be top 6 wingers that are in the organization. What we don't have in the organization is a young center.
To determine Connor Zary's next contract value, several factors should be considered.
Okay, yeah.
Is this AI?
Potential for growth, salary cap situation, comparable contracts.
Okay. Yeah. Feels like you're reading, but
a strong season could warrant a raise.
Could.
Thank God for AI.
So potentially,
you're telling me this guy's worth more than $900,000? That's
potentially in the range of $1 to $2 million. Done.
This is why AA sucks. Remember when he's like, who should the Flames draft? Give him some name that didn't get drafted in the first 3 rounds.
If I'm Conrad, I just break. Sorry, come on in here. Here,
AI.
$7 million a year total.
7-year deal.
7
times 1
for 7. Can you clear it up? Because 7 times 7?
No.
7. You're not clearing it up. You just try and be ambiguous as long as you can. We think 7.
7's all right.
Maybe 8.
You want 7? You're going to get 7.
7 it is. You've beaten me down.
You get it all. Fine. You greedy bastard.
Here's the contract. Don't worry too much about it. Just go right to the last page there and just, here's a pen.
So we're not at that moment yet, but if they do want to see if Connor Zary's a center at some point this year, that'd be a good idea before the summer.
Sign him before the center.
No, he can play center before you sign him to center money.
Oh, all right.
That's kind of my thought.
Well, yeah, just
or trade him. Very tradable.
Don't like the trade.
Don't trade.
Very tradable.
Maybe you can get some old guys. Hey. Oh, this guy under 25.
Listen, we got cap space.
What are you doing?
We'll take a couple of your veterans. Give you this Zary kid.
We could have the captain from Chicago.
Wow, captain.
Yeah,
holy.
Captain material.
Who's
Come
that?
right in here. I thought it was Bedard. Oh, damn it. Foligno.
Yeah.
Wrong guy.
So that's the Zary conversation. We'll see how it goes. Safe to say it's a good conversation to have. It means a guy that we didn't think
not a good conversation if you're Craig Conroy or Murray Edwards.
It's a good
money.
You didn't let him finish.
Hang on.
You didn't let him finish.
Sorry.
Last year, we didn't have this guy making the team out of camp.
I did.
That's a really shut the hell up. That's a really nice 14, 13 months he's had, isn't it? To go from not making the team last year to like, we should give him $7 million.
What's nice?
It's nice to be Connor Zary.
Sure.
To be Connor Zary.
I want to be
play 68, 69 games and I'm probably due 70 a year, eh?
I talked to Sanderson's dad last year when he signed. He's like, he's played like 80 games. It's
wild.
$1 million. What?
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more of our content right here on the Flames Nation YouTube page. We had a bunch of great long form interviews. You can check out some videos we've done as well outside of the studio. And of course, if you want more writing or merchandise stuff, FlamesNation.ca or NationGear.ca. Appreciate you watching.